Let's be honest, nobody argues to find the truth. We argue to win, we argue to dominate, we argue to establish hierarchy. In an ideal world, the best facts would win. In the real world, the best debater wins. You have seen this happen. You have seen a smart person with the truth on their side get destroyed by a charismatic manipulator who was completely wrong. How did they do it? They didn't use logic. They used leverage. They used the dark arts of argumentation. Today, I am going to hand you a loaded weapon. I am going to teach you the dirty tricks, the logical fallacies, and the psychological traps that lawyers, politicians, and narcissists use to crush their opposition. Warning: these techniques are dangerous. Use them to defend yourself, or use them to conquer. The choice is yours. Technique number 1 is the Gish Gallop. This is named after a creationist debater who would drown his opponents in a flood of weak arguments. The strategy is simple: overwhelm them. Do not give one reason why you are right. Give 10, talk fast, throw out statistics, anecdotes, and theories in rapid succession. It does not matter if half of them are nonsense. The human brain cannot process that much information at once. Your opponent will be forced to spend all their time trying to debunk your first point, and they will run out of time to address the other 9. To the audience, it looks like you have a mountain of evidence and they are struggling to keep up. You win by volume, not quality. Technique number 2 is the straw man. This is the oldest trick in the book, yet it works every time. Never attack your opponent's actual argument. That is too hard. Instead, twist their argument into a simplified, stupid version of itself, a straw man, and then burn it down. If they say, "I think we should spend less money on dinner," you reply, "So you want us to starve? You don't care about our health?" You took their reasonable point, budgeting, and twisted it into an extreme point, starvation. Now they are forced to defend themselves against being cheap and careless, and they forget about the original budget discussion. You have successfully shifted the battlefield. Technique number 3 is the subtle ad hominem. In a polite society, you cannot just call someone an idiot. You have to be smarter. You attack their state of mind instead of their logic. If you are losing on facts, switch to feelings. Say things like, "You seem really emotional right now," or "I can see this is triggering for you," or "Why are you getting so defensive?" This is lethal. It frames you as the calm, rational adult, and them as the hysterical child. Even if they are right, they look wrong because they are upset. The moment they get angry to deny it, you point and say, "See, you are losing control." Checkmate. Technique number 4 is moving the goalposts. This is how you never lose. If your opponent successfully proves you wrong, you simply change the criteria for winning. Let's say you claim that a certain investment is bad. Your friend shows you the data that it made a 10% profit. Instead of admitting defeat, you say, "Yeah, but it's unethical," or "But it's not sustainable in the long run." You just moved the goalposts. You refuse to accept their victory by demanding new, higher standards of evidence. It is frustrating, it is unfair, and it is incredibly effective because it keeps the argument going until they give up out of exhaustion. Technique number 5 is the false dilemma. This is a power move to force a decision. You present the world as black and white, with no gray areas. You give them 2 options. One is your way, and the other is a catastrophe. Either we do it my way, or the whole project fails. Either you are with me, or you are against me. In reality, there are usually 10 other options, but by framing it as a binary choice, you force their brain to choose the lesser of 2 evils, which is your plan. You trap them in a box of your own making. Technique number 6 is confusing correlation with causation. This sounds complex, but it is simple. You take 2 things that happened at the same time and claim one caused the other. Since I started managing the team, sales went up. Maybe sales went up because it's Christmas, not because of you. But unless they have the data to prove it, you claim the credit. Humans are pattern-seeking machines. If you tell them a story of cause and effect, they will believe it even without proof. Technique number 7 is the Socratic trap. This is for defense. If someone is attacking you, stop making statements. Start asking questions. What do you mean by that? Can you define that term? How do you know that is true? Force them to explain every single detail of their belief. Eventually, they will slip up. They will say something contradictory, and when they do, you pounce. The person asking the questions holds the frame. The person answering is the one on trial. Listen, I am not telling you to go out and destroy your relationships. Arguing to win at all costs is a lonely path. But you need to know these tricks because they are being used on you every single day. The news uses them, advertisers use them, your boss uses them. If you don't know the rules of the game, you are just a pawn. But now you have the playbook. Next time someone tries to strawman you or gaslight you, you won't get angry, you will smile, because you see exactly what they are doing, and you know exactly how to crush it. Subscribe now to keep your arsenal full.